Alright guys, so we're going to do a little project here in my kitchen. I have noticed that because it is summertime, we are not really using these mugs very much. We all kind of tend to gravitate more towards cold iced coffees. So what I'm going to do, because what's happening is I feel like these things are just getting dusty. So I'm going to see if I can make room for this stuff in my cabinet. Now this thing is pretty tall, so it's not going to fit up here, but I think I can make it fit up here. So I'm going to just kind of rinse those mugs off, dry them off, see if I can make room, and then we're going to have to like really figure out this cabinet. This is one of those cabinets that even though I organize it and declutter, I still have to declutter it frequently because for whatever reason it feels like we accumulate cups. So that is what I'm going to work on. I am just going to show you the before, and then when I get it done and figured out, I'll show you the after. Alright, so I'm going to clean this really good, but that ended up working. Now the coffee mug tree thing didn't go where I wanted it to, but I did find a place for it in the bottom of a cabinet. So I just kind of really neatened everything up, and I had plenty of room. So now I just have to make sure my kids know where things go when they empty the dishwasher. But they're pretty good about it, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And then because one thing always leads to another, I've had this kind of set up right here. I don't really want this here anymore. I think I'm going to use these next to the coffee maker and then probably put these back on my baker's rack. I am just using a damp dishcloth, just a regular dishcloth, and then also a Scrub Daddy microfiber cloth that is dry so that I can dry the tile so that I don't have any streaks. Okay, so I feel like that feels way more streamlined. I don't feel like I know what to do. Don't really feel like I know what to do with that, but that feels better. And now those mugs aren't just getting dusty. We've got K-cups in here for this, and then I've got all my other stuff for it up here, like my filters and regular coffee. So everything is nice and convenient. Also, a lot of times I keep the K-cup adapter in here. During the week, I'm the main one that uses this, and I prefer my ground coffee. So I just leave this up here out of the way, and then that makes it nice and functional. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this spot over here, and then we are gonna find a spot for those cookbooks. Okay, so now you can see I've got a little more room on the kitchen counter, and it may feel like I just skipped all of that. I actually did that yesterday when I was cleaning the kitchen because I knew that I was saving this little project for today. So now you know. Okay, so right here, I think what I want to do is, I used to have the cookbooks on the baker's rack that I have in our hallway, but I've kind of moved some things around in there and I like it. So I think I want to put I said cookbooks. They're not really cookbooks. They are my binders that have my printed recipes in them. I think I want to put those right here, and then maybe shift this down, and then maybe move that vase down here and kind of move things. I'm gonna have to kind of play with it because I know that I have everything nice and balanced right now. So we'll see. Okay, so I ended up just doing kind of what I thought, only I forgot that that vase does not fit down here. The only place it fits is right here. So I think I'm just gonna move the ginger jar somewhere else. I may just put it in my bedroom. So for now, this should be nice and functional. So now we're going to do something a little different. This is my task list for my Flylady Weekly Home Blessing, and I am going to be tackling this today, but I'm going to be doing things a little bit different. You can see I set my timer. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be timing each task so that we can see exactly how long it takes. I have really been struggling with procrastinating lately, and I realized that most of my tasks really and truly take about 15 minutes or less. So I've kind of been trying to think of things and how they really only take 15 minutes and how I can kind of fit that into my day rather than thinking, oh, I need to block off an hour or an hour and a half or however long to get something done. And what that has done, it has really helped me procrastinate less. So today I am timing everything to see just how long everything takes. So the first task that I had on here was to dust, and no, that is not right. The first task that I had is mirrors and TV screens. So I like to take a dry e-cloth polishing cloth and I use that on the TV screens first. I like to get those done first. And then I have a damp e-cloth microfiber cloth. You can use any brand of microfiber cloth. I just typically use the e-cloth ones. But I get it wet, I wipe the mirror down, and then I dry it with the e-cloth polishing cloth, and I have 0 streaks. And right here in just a second, you are going to see that I did all of the mirrors and screens in 3 minutes and 44 seconds. So now I'm going to set another timer, and we are going to dust. One thing I do want to point out is I said I did all of my mirrors. My kids were home this day, so I had to kind of shuffle things around a little bit. My kids were in the bathroom, so I didn't do their mirror, but that's okay because they can do their mirror. My kids are older, and I wasn't going to sit around and wait on them so that I could get in the bathroom. So anyway, now we're going through the house, and I'm going to dust all of the living areas as well as my master bedroom. I've talked about this before, but my kids are older, and so when I am done dusting, I hand them the duster and I tell them to dust their room. It's just how it works. There was a time when I used to do this for them, but they are big enough now that I can pass this task off to them. You may can see that my sheets are not on my bed. That is because when I got up this morning, I did put them in the washing machine. And then when mine are done, I will get my bed made, and then my kids' sheets will go in after mine, and they will make their beds. So you're not going to see that in this video just because it was something that I don't really time because it doesn't really take that long, and I just tend to fit it in throughout the day. I think sometimes it's really easy to get in a rut and just not want to clean and procrastinate and feel like things take a really, really long time. So that's kind of why I am giving myself a reset. I am reminding myself that these things really do not take time. I can find little chunks of time in my day and I can get these things done instead of putting them off. So I have a question. Have you ever timed yourself doing your tasks? Do you find that when you know it doesn't take a lot of time that you are, more likely to just get up and do the task? Or do you just put it off because you think it's going to take a really long time? Alright, so as you can see right here, it took me 8 minutes and 30 seconds to dust all of the main living areas and my master bedroom. Alright, so now we are in the front bathroom and you can see this tub is dirty. These are the products I'm going to be using. I like to use Barkeeper's Friend and then just like a scrub brush. I didn't show me cleaning this because my battery was going to die, but you can see that it took me like less than 7 minutes. This bathroom is clean. All the chrome is nice and shiny now. All I did was the tub. The other things in the bathroom get done daily. The next task on my list is to vacuum, so I'm setting my timer again, and we are going to vacuum. Now, this particular day, I vacuumed my entire house. I did my bedroom, my master bathroom, all of the living areas, our office, my kids' bedrooms, and their bathroom. Now, I didn't show all of those because a lot of times I just don't show my kids' bedrooms. Like I said, they're home, they're in their bedrooms, and I'm not going to put them on my channel. And there were also parts of the time where I was vacuuming in the kitchen and they were eating lunch and things like that. So I just kind of have some snippets, but I do want you to know that I did vacuum my entire house, and I also vacuumed like to the edge of the room. I vacuumed the corners and things like that. Now I'm not moving furniture, but I am doing a good job vacuuming, and I just like to do it this way. We are home all day, every day. My kids are homeschooled right now. We're home for summertime, and it's just how I like to vacuum. But you do it however you would like to do it. I know the Flylady says, not to get to the edge of the room and the corners and all of that, but you're going to see that it actually did not take me that much time to do my entire house. Now, it will obviously depend on how big your house is. This house is, I think, like about 2,000 square feet. We've got the main areas, and then we also have 4 bedrooms. One of those 4 bedrooms is an office. I even vacuumed the laundry room, the bathrooms, everything. I vacuumed it all. I did just the living areas first, and you can see that it took me 13 minutes, and so I spent that extra few minutes, and it took me 16 minutes and 56 seconds to do everything. So for a total of less than 17 minutes, I did a really good vacuum in my whole house. It was worth it to me for those couple extra minutes to just get everything done. All right, so now we are going to mop, and I like to mop with a teaspoon of Tide and hot water, and with my O-Cedar spin mop. We are setting that timer again, and we're going to see how long it takes me to mop. Now, I'm only going to show you like in my kitchen and then some of the main areas. I did also vacuum. I did also vacuum. I keep saying vacuum. I did also mop the 2 bathrooms in our house. Now, I didn't show that. I was getting kind of crunched for time on this day, and I was like in a big hurry, and so it just takes extra time to move the camera around and things like that. So I just decided to omit a few things, and it's really kind of hard to film in the bathrooms anyway, so you really didn't miss much. But I do want you to know that I did do it. So I'm thinking I'm going to make this a new thing. I think I'm going to start timing myself when I am doing, all of my Flylady cleaning tasks. Today I'm doing my weekly home blessing. We all know that when you're doing zone cleaning, you're really only supposed to zone clean 15 minutes at a time. There's like another 15-minute marker. And so I've really just been thinking about how things really only take 15 minutes. So a lot of times when I'm doing my weekly home blessing, even though I usually get it done in one day, I don't always do it in just like 1 hour. Sometimes I'll do a few tasks in the morning or in between subjects, or I'll do, half in the morning, some in the afternoon, and just whatever. But the main thing to remember is that it really doesn't take long, and we're talking about 15 minutes. Most of us, we can find 15 minutes here and there throughout the day to get these things done. So like I said, I think I'm going to make this a new regular thing because I think it's super motivating to see how long things actually take. I also want to remind you that if you also follow the Flylady system, it is so important to make it your own. You can see that I use her system kind of as a guide, but there's definitely things that I make my own and I make work for us. So you should definitely do that for yourselves. Everybody's home is different. Everybody's priorities are different. And so you can totally make this system work for you. Alright, so in just a minute you're going to see that I did all of my mopping in 16 minutes and 5 seconds. Now I am no mathematician, but I think that gets me to getting everything done in about 50 minutes, excluding changing sheets. So that means I did everything in less than an hour. Alright, so I just had groceries delivered. I'm going to pull everything out and give you a grocery haul real quick. Alright, so you've just got some sliced mushrooms, some lemon juice, getting low on pasta, so I grabbed a couple things of spaghetti, waffles, milk, chicken breast tenderloins, we got some andouille sausage, and then these are ribs. I went ahead and grabbed those for the 4th of July weekend, just because, I don't know, sometimes that stuff gets harder to find the closer you get to it. And then just some lunch meat and cheese for some lunches this week. Got some tater tots and potato wedges. Got some romaine, some bananas, some peppers, some strawberries, some naan, and then some bread. And this was actually a substitution, and I'm not really sure how I feel about it. These are tiny. I actually ordered the this brand, the Sara Lee, this thing. They've got sausage rolls and they're nice and big. These are tiny, so I mean, we'll work it out. It's fine, but not what I was going for. But anyway, that is my quick little Walmart delivery order. All right, so I have had some requests for meal plans and what I'm doing to try to save money at the grocery store. And I am actually not great at saving money at the grocery store, but I just showed you my grocery haul. That is not my only grocery haul though. That one was $75.97. Then we stopped at Walmart like a day or so, a couple days before that, got a few odds and ends to finish some meals. And then I actually got some other like miscellaneous things at Publix. And when I go to Publix, the only thing I get typically is things that are buy one, get one. And I don't have my receipt, but I probably spent about $30 which means for the week I spent $135, which is extremely, extremely, extremely low. I do not normally do that. I am not normally even close to that, but that's how it worked out this week. And the reason it did is because so many of these meals were things that I already had the things for. So I guess what I'm saying is when meat's on sale, stock up. When things that are on sale that you use frequently, go ahead and stock up. But our meals for the week, we did sausage, pepper, and onion subs, tater logs. That is something I've always made, but it is also a passionate penny pincher meal. Chicken ranch tacos, leftovers, chicken Alfredo. We did burgers on the grill. We did blackened tilapia, shrimp, rice, salad, and bread. And then on Sunday was out to eat. So hopefully this gives you some ideas. My number one tips are meal plan. My other tip is to make as few trips to the store as possible. Like I said, I normally go to Sam's. I didn't go to Sam's this week. It was just kind of a light week for us, but I promise I will make it for it next week. I'm sure that I will not have another $135 grocery bill. It'll probably be double that. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below, and I'll see you guys soon.